It's the Flow Friday Night Sports Show, and let's head now to have a look at what's going on in North Central Netball. A couple of very interesting results in that competition, the A grade on the weekend. Joining us on the line to help us go through it all, Susan Lockhart is back. Hello, Susan.
Hey, Jason. How you going?
Going well, thank you. A very interesting round of matches played. Round 11 it was in North Central Netball, and we should start with the upset first. Birchip Watcham at home on their purple courts. Bort couldn't get used to them. They were too good, Birchip, in the end. They beat them 52-37, and that is a big win for the purple crew.
It sure is. The purple court must have struck them that hard that they couldn't get over it, and Birchip come out with the goods. Look, 52-37, it was a pretty convincing win too, wasn't it?
Certainly a convincing win, definitely.
Yeah, so I do know that Bort were missing their key goal attack, Georgia Sheehan, with a bit of a hamstring injury. So she was out, and Birchip also had a new recruit in for the day. I'm not sure if she's permanent, but she was in there and she played in defence, and quite a tall girl that has matched up against their Bort's tall goal shooter. So, you know, you just get a few matchups there, and it does put a spanner in the works for you, doesn't it?
Certainly does. Puts Birchip in the box seat now to play some finals netball. There are a couple of games clear of Donald on the ladder, who are in fifth. And whilst we're talking about Donald, in round 11 matches, they took on Witchproof Narraport and had a win as well. They beat Witchproof by 14, 59-45. But I think Witchproof would be pretty happy to put 45 goals on the board.
Yep, once again, they've shot over that 40-goal mark, and I think that as I keep saying every week, they've got the players, just not quite as good as the other teams matching up. So, you know, they're doing well. They've got their win, and, you know, they might get a few more as the season goes, but we've only got about, 5 more games to get another win, actually. So they're running out of time, but they're very competitive, and that's what we want. We're happy for the competitive game.
They certainly are very competitive at the moment. Other matches... A thriller between Charlton and Sea Lake Nandaly. Now, it finished a 9-goal difference, but my mail is it was much closer than this throughout certain parts of the day. So Charlton winning 50-41, and that's a good win for them too.
Yeah, and as we've said before, too, anything under 10 goals is a close game in netball. So it could have gone either way. Sea Lake Nandaly Tigers are challenging everyone. Every week they play, they're challenging if they haven't won the game. So they're still a strong team, and surprisingly, they're not near the top 4. I feel that if they'd made it into the 4, they'd be very strong come finals, but it looks like they're not going to make it now. They're probably getting too far behind with only 5 games left to play.
Yeah, that's a good point. They're 2.5 games back with only 5 to play, so they'd have to do a lot right, and Birchip Watcham would have to do a lot wrong from this point on for Sea Lake to get in. But the last match of the round from last week saw your Wedderburn girls absolutely dine out on St Arnaud. Almost got to the ton, 97-28.
Yeah, I was scoring this game. You know, I was nearly...
Geez, you'd have RSI of the wrist, wouldn't you?
Oh, I did. You've got to tick this box and you've got to write the centre passes. You've got to do too many things, and I was just like, oh, too much. But 97 goals is a huge margin for... in that game, 28 to St Arnaud. You know, watching the game, I'm going to say St Arnaud, it didn't look like they were playing bad netball. They've got the skills. They know what they're doing. It's just Wedderburn were just far too strong, and their goalers were just on fire.
And when you score 97, that means you have not missed much. That's a big, big scoreline. So well done to the Wedderburn crew, and that leaves them undefeated on top of the ladder. They'll win the minor premiership, the Wedderburn girls. Bort now having had 2 losses, so they're 2 games back with 5 to play. Wedderburn aren't going to drop 2 games, you wouldn't think, in between now and then. And even if they do, they've got a significant percentage gap between the two. So while the ladder is taking shape as described there, unfortunately we've been robbed of an opportunity to see some ladder-shaping matches this weekend due to the lockdown, which is not much fun. Have you given much thought to that, and I guess what's been lost and what it's all going to look like, Susan? Or is it just a case of wait and see when the committee and whatnot of North Central can get together and work out what to do? I mean, it's a tough time for all community sport at the moment, isn't it?
probably concerns over the latest COVID stuff going on. That's all I'm probably thinking about. All have to consider that. We've just got to try and stay safe. We want to keep playing. We want our season to be played out. So, if everybody does the right thing, even our city friends, if they can do all the right things, hopefully we get there.
Yeah, got my fingers crossed for you. All the best. Good luck this weekend, and we'll catch up with you next week.
Yeah, thank you, Jason. See you next week.